Hey everyone, I said I was going to make a video about how to do a Clips presentation, so here it is. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, you have to get the app called Clips. I don't think it's on your iPad automatically, so what you'd have to do is you'd have to go to self-service and then you'd have to search for Clips, right? So you could do that and then it should be... right, it's this one right here. So right, I already have installed, but that's what you do. So then what you do is you go then and you open Clips. Okay, so here's my Clips. I have some other things in here. With Clips, it will always be vertical. It's not going to be left to right. Okay, it's portrait, not landscape, right? It's tall and skinny. So Clips has a couple different things you can do, but what you'll do is you'll go up and you'll want to click on this create new, and when you create new, you have a couple options. So you could do a camera, like I could right now. It's set to camera, and I can just like take a picture, and I can hold the record, and I can say, "Hey, I'm recording whatever's on the screen right now," and I can go and hit play. And it will be amazing. I can hold the record and I can say, "Hey, I'm recording whatever's on the screen right now." Right? So that was wonderful. So you could do that. That's not that useful for us. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go through and we're going to click on our library. And this is where we're going to be pulling photos from. Now you can say, "But I don't have my Google Slides and photos." You're right. You don't have that yet. So what I would do is, first thing is I'd go to my Google Slides presentation. Now I want to get this back into my landscape, and what I would do is I already have this in. So this is the Google Slide presentation that I want, right? So what I would suggest you do, you go and you click on the button to present on this device, and then you wait for that nice display, and then you take a screenshot of the first slide. Then you wait for this to disappear out of the corner, and then you go to your next slide and you take a screenshot. And then again you wait for that thing to go to the corner, you go to the next slide, and then you take a screenshot. Okay, and you do that for all your slides. So however many slides you have is how many screenshots you should take, because now we can go back to Clips. And in Clips, now I'll go back and cancel. So we're in Clips. I'm going to get rid of this beautiful thing, and I'm going to say that is not what I wanted. I want to delete that clip because no one wants to see that. So we're going to go to the library, and then I'm going to click on, I'm sorry, I went kind of fast there. We're going to go to library, and now these are the screenshots that I just took. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to click on my title screen. That's my opening one, and I feel like there used to be something written in this red, and I don't know why there isn't. But this is where, if you really wanted to, you could do some typing. You could do some live titles. I don't really think that's what we're looking for in this particular thing. I want to hear your animation. Now, the nice thing about this Clips is I can record my audio for this slide, and I'm done. Then when I go to the next slide, I record a new clip, and if I completely screw up what I'm saying and I trip over my words and be like, "Well, that was awful," I don't have to try to redo or edit out that screw up in the middle. I can just go through, I want to re-record that. So this is my clip, and then what you do, this is my screenshot from my library that I want, and I'm going to click on this red button down here, and I'm going to hold. I'm going to press and hold. And while I'm holding, you got to wait a little bit. You got to wait for like a second before you want to start counting, and then you start talking. This is a presentation about what you need to know about preparing for the coronavirus, brought to you by DC Everest ELT. And then when you're done, you got to let go, but you want to hold it for another second when you're done talking. Okay, it takes a little bit of you getting used to. You press and hold for like 1 second before you start talking, and then you hold it for like another second after you're done. Now, if you want, we can go and listen to what we recorded. While I'm holding, you gotta wait a little bit. You gotta wait for like a second before you want to start counting, and then, okay, so yeah, that was an amazing clip. I love it. I want to go through and I want to get another one. So I can go through and I can click done. I'm sorry, I clicked the done button up I click the done button up here. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go to library again. Then I'm going to click on my next slide. Now that didn't notice how part of my screen is cut off. We can pinch, right? We can pinch it in, and now I can see my whole screen. And then we can go through and we can press and hold when we want our audio. And again, we want to wait a second before we start talking. So 1001, what is being done? The health officials are currently, I'm done talking, 1001, and then I let go. Okay, so then we can click on the second clip, 1001, what is being done? The health officials are currently, I'm done talking, 1001. Okay, and then we are gonna go through, and now it says I didn't have to click done, and it's ready for the next slide. So I click on library once again, and then I click on the next one. It's a little bit too big. I pinch in, I press and hold the audio, blah, 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 blah. This is an amazing slide, and I let go. Okay, and now I'm done. I've gone through and I've completely said, hey, what an amazing presentation. I got through all my slides. I went through, and if my audio wasn't good on, say, this one, I can go through and I can, like on this second one, I want to redo it. I can just hit delete. If I wanted to, I could just click delete. I can drag these. I should be able to press and hold, and I can drag these around. So if I get to the end and I say, hey, you know, I should really redo that second slide, I can re-record. I can re-record that second one, pinch in. This is a much better second slide than I had before. And then I can go through and I can press and hold on the second one that I had, and then I can, I can just tap, and then I can choose to delete that clip. And this is the new number 2 that I like, so I press and hold, and then I can drag it in and put it in that order. And we can start all the way. This is a much better second slide. While I'm holding, you gotta wait a little bit. You gotta wait for like a second before you want to start counting, and then you start talking. This is a presentation about what you need to know about preparing for the coronavirus, brought to you by DC Everest ELT. And then when you're done, this is a much better second slide than I had before. Okay, so that's the idea, is you can go through, and when you're all done, you can then go up here, and you can say, you can click on this one up here. You say, I'm done, and then that is my new presentation that's right here. Now, I don't think we can upload clips directly into our into Canvas, so we need to get this file out. So if we click on the share button, we can then save this video. And it's saved to my library. Okay, so we can click OK. And now what should be is, if we go to Photos, hopefully, we can click on this, should be our thing that we just added to the library. And I should be able to play it. Why is it not playing? Oh, I got a presentation about what you need to know about preparing for the coronavirus, brought to you by DC Everest ELT. And then when you're done, this is a much better second slide than I had. Okay, and then that's your clips. And then you can go through and you have just recorded your presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks.